If you are like me, you will have the month at a glance set up at least a week before the month starts. And if you would like to see how I set up my month of October, stay tuned. Hello, everybody. This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here, I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your journal and planner spreads pretty and functional. Here we have a whole bunch of stickers from Martinez Sticker Company, and you can use my code Priya15 for 15% off. And I also have some of my distress oxides out, and this is the villainous potion. And I like to bring in just a tiny bit on there, just around the edges, so that it can be nice and spooky. And if you have noticed, purple and orange are the colors, and a touch of black as well. Those are the colors I like to go for in October because that gives that nice spooky touch without going too crazy. And I'm not the biggest fan of the color orange, so yeah, September we do start with those, and then we have the whole of November. So I try this new color combination in between so that it gives that nice spooky touch. And just a tiny bit, but nothing too crazy, nothing that eats up into the functional aspects. So that is our October all ready for the stickers. And I do have tutorials on that, and I use this much more in elaborate, the distress inks and oxides in the creative journal. And I did have really cute and spooky ones for September and October. And this sticker release from Martinez Sticker Company had a lot of these Halloween stuff. And I'm lining up the clear stickers just around the edge there because, as you can see, the 31st of October is on a Thursday, and we have the remaining of the days to use for decoration. And this is the space where I come and add all the calendar for my family, including the school and the personal stuff, the meetings, the appointments, the doctor's visits, and the matches, and all sorts of things that we deal with as a family, including a midterm break, which we will have in October. So I have this at least like a week ahead before the month starts so that I can have that ready whenever the appointments start making an appearance. Because sometimes the month end newsletter from the school will have all the dates and deadlines and things that are upcoming in the month to come, So that sticker, PT sticker kit from Journal Say, that does have some spider webs, but it is a bit like a pearl and butterflies and florals and all that. So I thought that would be a nice compliment. So this was before Martinez Sticker Company had their entire sticker revealed to us. As a PR member, I do have early access. But then I thought I needed these cobwebs, and she did have cobwebs, but these are from Planything. And I thought that had a fun layering component in there. But then, yeah, on the right side also, I wanted to bring some of those similar things for balance. And did have orange, red, and black cobwebs in the release. So you can also grab that if you do not want to get any of these ones. And these ones from Journal Say, you can use my code Priya for shopping at Journal Say. It saves you 8%, and you can use that stacked on top of sales if it is happening. And also for Planything, my Priya 10 works perfectly, and you can stack that as well. And that is somewhat the framework of what we'll be basing our work on. And I'm bringing in the Beetlejuice stickers, which are one of the popular ones from the last release. So I'm just trying to make sure I use up very minimal space up at the bottom, and then you will see how I decorate just the edges. And this was the very first thing I had decorated, and this was way before the actual release happened. So I ended up adding some more elements later on. So you will see me kind of wind down the spread, and luckily I had not used the space functionally, because after the pens I don't really like to give out sensitive information here. So I did go and add the new stickers at the end, but you will see the finished product later. So I'm trying to use that scrap, which I have, these Beetlejuice ones I have already used in my creative journal, the daily journal rather, and also in a couple of these spreads. And you will see another spread which is coming next week, which I had decorated ahead of time because I knew things do get busy. So just trying to get that trimmed off so that it can be ready for use. And yeah, if it is a clear sticker paper, I think it does give that seamless look, but this one is on paper. This is what I had, and especially for the new releases, I print them on multiple sizes, multiple sticker sheets, and using that scrap on the other side just to bring some of that balance. And also I like to use these fillers, and these smaller clusters can go in between the boxes, and that does not eat up into the space much, and just bringing that balance. That's all there is. And I will also have the beetles thrown around like confetti. How about that? It's October, we can do that, right? I can handle the beetles, the bugs, the spiders, all of that. Nothing creepy or gross. That is all. And I tried to throw some of those bugs randomly, but still making sure there is an even number. And I also like when it looks full, but then the functional space is all nice and intact. And this is how I mark my midterm break, with that washi tape from Planny Thing again. So just trying to cut that off with the washi cutter from Live Love Posh, and just keeping it like so. I will be traveling for a bit that week, and yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure I have the space used, and I also have another washi just to bring some of those colors, and also trying to balance it out as we go, or else it gets too much of a hassle balancing it out at the end. And the washi tapes are all from Planny Things. She does have amazing washi tapes which are mostly being used well, especially the grids and the stripes. So just throwing in some of those fillers just to bring some of those colors and elements in. And I like when I can use those fillers this way. Martinez Sticker Company, Aime and Francisco, they do an amazing job with every release. And this time it was their 3-year shop anniversary. They even had a sale associated with that. So now for the stuff that I know are coming, and these functional boxes are also from Martinez Sticker Company. And these are printable, so you can have them printed as much as you want, as many times as you want. in bigger or smaller. She usually has a good assortment of sizes in there. And I'm bringing in boxes for the things I know. And they had their 20% off sale. And the best way to get to know of the sales and deals that are happening in the new releases are subscribing to their newsletter, which I will have the details below for. And that box is for the priorities or the important things that are happening this month. And also, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification so that you will not miss any of the videos or announcements that I have here. And also, keep an eye out for the community tab on YouTube. So I do have updates all whenever I can, but I will have all the releases and all such information that you need to stay in the loop especially in a time sensitive manner. All of those will be announced in the community tab. And that's just a scrap of the big sticker, but I could use that in certain areas to just fill up smaller parts because some of those had sharp edges, and it is a best way to really use the stickers to the maximum. So just marking some of the birthdays and some of the events that I know are happening. Because now that the school is back in full swing, we do have my kids play for the school teams. So they have their school matches, the season just started, and they have all sorts of tests and exams and all sorts of things as soon as the school is open. And that would pretty much be the framework. And then you will see me bring some of the spider webs again, trying to make sure it is not like a ghosty thing falling off of nothing, but just trying to make sure it is something to cling on to. And those ones are from Plani thing. But you do have very similar ones from Martinez Sticker Company. Also, I thought that box can take up some of that. I can take up some of that space. I mean, because that's the break, and that could be the day I may fly in. I'm not sure. I'm yet to finalize on that. So that is the quotes are all from Plani. The quotes are from Martinez Sticker Company. I mean. So just trying to see where else I can bring some more of that cluster. And I like when I know some days are going to be comparatively light, and yet I can, just trying to fiddle with that. And the midterm break seems to be a nice space where things will be light, and it will just be me and my younger son who will be traveling. My eldest son is in senior year, so he has a lot on his plate, especially around this time. So he will be staying put, and my husband will be here. So it will just be the two of us traveling. I don't expect a lot of busy things. Otherwise, I do have a separate planner for my son. So that is going to be jam packed in October. So that is the Beatles, and whatever tiny space I can fill in, I'm doing my best since I don't have the plans for the rest of the days. Just keeping it open is the best way to go. And then I'm using my Writec pen to doodle in the path for the Beatles. I think that brings a lot of fun, especially for these Beatles. And I did something similar in my daily journal setup as well, and I had liked that. So I thought I will just do the same thing, and especially around the space where the distress oxide is there, it gives that extra pop. And it is always important that you know when to stop, because sometimes we just keep adding and adding and adding. And I'm using some of the bats here to bring some more of the black color onto the left side. And I'm removing those small bats, the two small bats along with the sticker. So that's some sticker surgery happening. And just, yeah, just sprinkling in those bats like so. Well within that box without too much interference into the other days. So let me know if you use your monthly or month at a glance in your planners, and if at all you do, what you use it for. So that is pretty much my spread, and that is the additional stuff I have done. I added the eucalyptus, the black eucalyptus, as you can see, and I also brought in the spooky bouquets. Those really added that pop, and I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please come follow me on Instagram. I will have my details below, and please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification if you haven't already. It does help me out with the growth of my channel and gets my videos out to more folks out there. And I do have milestones for my IG and YouTube in mind for the end of the year, so your support is greatly appreciated in helping me achieve that. And please check out the videos and shops I mentioned along with all the codes. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in my next one. Bye.